CAPTAIN85. How y'all doing today? Welcome, 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 welcome. Just want you to go ahead and hit that share button and so we can get started. And want to say greetings for this beautiful Saturday afternoon. And welcome to the best of the 757 Community Talk Show. You already know what I like to do. I'm chit-chatting and chatting, just bringing you some 911, some 411, or just something about a topic that's all dear to our heart, and that is our future generation. Our future generation. That's why I'm here each and every week to let people be aware that we got to do more than lip service because our future generation is, you know, is is dying, and we got to do more to protect them. And the only way we can do that is by registering our young people to vote. And I so hope that if you are a parent and you got family and friends, that's 17 years of age, 17 years of age, the most important thing they can do between now and November the 1st is register to vote. That's the key component to November 2024 is getting our future generation to vote and be aware that, hey, it's all about the love, so this is what I chose to do with my time. We could talk about a lot of things, but the key component thing is registering our young people, because if we can register them and get them to the polls, regardless of who they vote for, they have to make the choice on their own. But they need to get the right information about the people they are voting for. What is their record? People that's been in office for a long time. What is their record? How are they providing services for our young people? What are they doing to make sure that our future generation is represented well in their neighborhoods, in their communities? We cannot keep sitting around pointing fingers to people that's in office, and we're not going to do anything to get them out of office. And the only way you can do that is educate yourself, your young people, regardless of in the 757. That's why it's called 75. We got 7 cities. In all 7 cities, we have to do much more than just hoping that they get the information. We got to do more than just hoping that they stay in school, get a good education, or wind up. If they're in the 3rd grade, it's a known fact. If they do not pass the 3rd grade in reading, they are subject to the pipeline to prison. So I'm asking everybody that's on my page to share this information with people on their page. If you got kids, nieces, and nephews, and nobody is exempt from not having relatives, talk to them and let them know that you're concerned about their lives. Talk to them and let them know that without them, your future, as we grow older, is at jeopardy. Why? Because if they don't change the attitude that they have, and I'm not saying anyone that's viewing this or watching this, if it's your child and your relatives, it may not be. But it's up to each and every one of us to talk to youth that we know so they can stay on the straight and narrow, so that they know that someone really, really sincerely care about them. I don't get paid to do this. I do it because that's what I'm here to do. We all have a choice in what we do with our life, We have a choice with what we do with our time. I spend a lot of my time, you see me on the Facebook, Instagram. You might see me in different groups. Why? Because I grew up in an era where my mom and dad was married for over 70 years. And I have a responsibility to my kids and my grandkids and your kids too. Because a lot of y'all supported me in the type of career I had decided to do. Now, I worked with many jobs, and when I did, it seemed that nobody wanted to pay me a salary according to what I do. When I first started, I got paid $1 an hour when I was about 18, and that was fair. I mean, I was just trying to learning how to be out on, work to help my mom and dad out. So whatever I got is I appreciate it. But as I began to learn the task that I was hired to do, I was able to work more hours. Sometimes I get a little bonus from one of the managers or the owner. He would give me a little something, say, hey, can you come in on Saturday and drive for me? Because I want to be out here by 12 o'clock. All these other people come in, man. I have to sit here until they get here to lock the truck up just in case they had I didn't make a delivery. I got to stay here till, and I don't want to be here on Saturdays, when I want to be with his family. He said, I want to be with my family. So he would pay me a little extra to come in and work on Saturdays. But working for $1 an hour, somebody paying me. I used to be a newspaper boy. Same thing. I had customers that didn't want to pay, but they wanted a newspaper every week. How you gonna get a newspaper every week and you ain't paid your bill? So when I talked to the Legend Star in Virginia Pilot, the guy that managed that route, he said, well, what you can do is you can notify them that this is going to be the last week that they're going to be able to, if they can't pay something or pay you, because the thing is, being a paper boy back then, if the customer didn't pay, they took it out of the money that you made. So if a customer owed $5, $6, $10, they take it out of your pay. You still taking papers to them, so they ain't paying. Cut them off. So I decided to start doing just that, cutting them off. But today we got the internet. So with the internet, we don't have to. You don't have to pay to use the internet, because the internet uses your image, your people that you know, and they got advertisers that pay for the number of people. That's why they got billions of people. That's why Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those social media platforms got millions of people like me and you that watches the content, and they advertise them, pay them millions of dollars a day. And what do we get? We get to put our comments and likes and dislikes. And every now and then we can put our products up, and hopefully somebody will purchase them. So it's not how much money you have, it's how many people that will support your page and watch the videos, watch the clips that the advertisers pay for. And you say, how does that work? I look at something for 15 or 20 seconds. Oh, yeah. That's what advertising does, because it's a frequency. It's hypnotic. Once you see it, it's locked in your brain. The more you see it, the more that you can recall it, and you automatically go to that page and want to see the content of the people that are there. I wish I had that power and could get people to tune in and watch me each and every day. But I do it the old-fashioned way. I work at it, and to instill in people that our future generation lives are depending on people like me and you to spread the message so that our young people can grow up to be someone, can reach their potentials, such as this young lady right here. You know her as Simple C, my co-host and colleague from WODU Studios, Old Dominion University, who graduated today. Congratulations to Simply C. And she's, she'll be back on soon. She's been wrapping up and, starting her career and moving on with that sheepskin. And hopefully, I think she's getting ready to enter, if she hasn't already started, at Regency University, get her master's. So, like I said, this is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. Our future generation. And what I try to instill in my viewers, those that listen to the Best of the 757 Community Talk Show, this is what we call the best of the 757. To let you know that, hey, if we can get our young people to put the guns down and look at each other and respect one another, regardless of what race, creed, or color, what nationality, what religion, we are still and will always be human beings. God created us and he let us live our lives out here on the planet called Mother Earth as human beings. But this young lady here, I've been knowing her for years. Matter of fact, this is 24. I've been knowing her for over 7 years. Over 7 years. I met her before I graduated from Old Dominion, and she's been faithful, listening to things, with the broadcast. She's come on and co-hosts. She's got her own podcast, Simply C podcast. And, I'm proud to say, she's like a daughter to me and my wife. Unfortunately, I wanted to go to the graduation, but when she said it was going to be in the stadium, I can't, I just had surgery on my right eye this week to remove the cataract. And I've been dealing with surgery ever since beginning of the year. There were, 4 months of surgery. I was going blind, but God make no mistakes. And, with the last set of surgery to move the cataracts, I'm, able to see much better. But I got to continue until the doctor released me. I go back for another visit next week and a couple of more after that. But again, God don't make no mistakes. The mistake we make is we don't tell about the blessings that he allow us and the things he allow us to go through in order to have a testimony to tell and show the world. Simply C, at one time she had tragedy where she lost her mother and her aunt less than 2 or 3 months apart. But she didn't give up. With her father and her sister, grandfather, they all surrounded her with love. And, this young lady rose to the challenge, being a military brat. Her father was in the military, so they moved around a lot. But right now she called VA her home, and she's originally from Hawaii. So when we look at things, and we never know who we're going to come in contact with, we never know. God put things in our pathway to help others, and sometimes we neglect to do that. But this young lady right here, I've been knowing her. When I first met her, I was in the studio, and after I finished my show at Old Dominion, WODU Studios, she said, "Sir, could I ask you a question?" I said, yeah, what's going on? She said, I wonder, could you do me a favor? And I said, if I can, like anybody else, if I can. She said, could I interview you for my talk show here? I said, well, normally I don't do really interviews, but since you asked me, I will. And that's how I got to know her, because she asked me. She was, she said, I was scared to ask because I know when people ask questions and ask for things, they're really fearful of the word no. Even in the nightclub business, and I talk to the customers, and especially females, and they would say, I don't know why I come here. These guys are here, won't even ask the lady to dance. I said, do you know why? They said, no, I don't. I said, well, look at it this way. It's y'all got 3 or 4 ladies sitting at a table. When a man walk over to the table, he's over there with his friends, and he's saying, well, I'm gonna go over and ask one of these ladies to dance. And the guy said, okay, well, you go ahead. We'll wait over here until you come back. So now he comes over to the table, say, some do and may, some may not. Say, good evening. How you doing? My name is Captain85. Would you care to dance? And no, not right now. What about you? No, not right now. Get to the third one. Would you care to dance? No. I say, I don't hope you all don't mind why I ask. They said, she said, because you asked me last. Well, it's 4 ladies sitting here. I don't know how I'm supposed to ask if it's 4 ladies. I can only dance with the one that said they want to dance. 2 gonna say no. 1 gonna say, I don't want to dance because you asked me last. And the other one come back later. So I didn't got to know all the way around the board, really. So you have to understand, to a man, ego, when he walks over to the table talking and hold a conversation, I said, then look at the gentleman. He starts a conversation, said, don't I know you from somewhere? Haven't I seen you in here before? Because your no then froze him in time. He's froze. So now he can't leave because he know everybody in the club, even though the music is loud and there's hundreds of people there. Now he's frozen because he know he's got to walk away without having a dance or someone taking him up on dancing. So I know that the feeling when it comes, because I was like that. I'm a dancer. I love to dance. So when I go out, I want to dance. I ain't gonna stop till some lady go dance with me. But as I know, for me, most ladies will dance with me once because I'm not gonna dance with you because you're showing me out, showing up, showing out on me. No, that's what I do. I just love to dance. So, but like I keep telling people, it's what I do. But what I try to get people in the entertainment business, to get people to meet each other, because even a female might come out, she's shy, the gentleman is shy, and everybody is like, I'll wait till somebody I know come and then dance. So what I do, I create the illusion. That's why people are like, why you talk so much on the mic? I'm not talking, I'm entertaining. So if I know, hey, that's Mary over there, and there's Larry standing next to her, I'm going to say, hey, where's Larry at? Oh, there's Larry. Larry's got on that red, got that red shirt on tonight. He's fired. So ladies, look out for Larry, because if you get with Larry, you're going to have a good time. So the lady, oh, you Larry? Then that starts conversation, because everybody is a stranger if they don't come out with a group of people. And the group of people are strangers to the other strangers. So what I do is facilitate introducing you over the mic to a broader audience, but without anybody getting offensive, without hurting the person's feelings. And that's what makes the party, because everybody's not strangers anymore. And then, I've been playing for over 50 years. And by me going to college and doing things, I took a break. And with all the things going on in the club business at the time, I took a break. The city did not let up on me because I was running a great club. they didn't want a black club in Virginia Beach having that kind of business. And they could say whatever they want. I done played in every city in the 757. Virginia Beach did not favor Picasso's because of the large amount of people that come to the club. And most of the time, it wasn't the customers. We're in a neighborhood that they call the Northern Corridor of Virginia Beach, and the crime rate was very high. So I'm in an area that I'm being victimized because of the rate. Most of the people we had, I had enough security. I had more security probably than any police department sitting out, when they go out on duty. I had inside, outside, because the exterior community is the exterior. It's called the exterior community. So if you don't know the language and dialogue when doing business, so you got to keep the external public, in the loop, let them know what you're doing and what you're trying to accomplish. But if you look around, I wasn't the only club in the area on Newtown Road. So why is it that I'm being blamed for all the elements in Virginia Beach? Every club I ran, from Picasso's, I went to Luxury Brown, and it's always something that you want to blame me for. I'm an entertainer. You didn't bring you didn't blame something in the water when something happened, or any other event when it happened. You didn't say, hey, you're not going to do this no more. And I had the largest club in the largest black owned club in Virginia Beach. And like I try to explain, because I constantly had meetings with the police department to let them know when I'm doing things, let them know, check it with them every week to make sure everything is okay. That's what I do. Why? Because I want people to be safe. I know what safety is. I've been doing it for so many years. I want people to be safe. How can you have a customer if he's not safe? How can you have customers when you don't have customer service? We had customer service. My staff was trained to say yes, sir, and no, ma'am. I don't care what race, what color, what age. Say good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Welcome to any club I ran, because that's what makes people want to come to your club. Any business. You open up a business and you ain't saying you ain't got customer service, you best believe if you have 10 people come in, 7 of them ain't coming back, because they're going to look to see if your floor is clean. Was the table clean when they sat down? Did the waitress wait on and remove the plates and stuff they was eating from? Did they make sure that they had water in the glass? Did you ask them, did they want a refill on coffee, tea? All these things are important, regardless of what type of business you run. That's the thing about business. Customer service, greeting people with a smile. Everybody angry, and you want me to bring my hard-earned dollar? I didn't work 40 hours, and I got a family, kids to feed, and I come into your establishment, and the only thing you can say, how may I help you? What do you want off the menu? We don't have that special today. Did you make the person feel at home? Did you try to ask them? You don't mind me asking your name? All these key components make a business grow. Why do you think it's called growth? You have to water the seed. Everything is in the Bible. Everything you do, everything you work at comes out of scripture. You're planting a seed. What do you mean I'm planting a seed? Well, then you ask God to give you a business. But you think that business is going to grow itself? You think people just supposed to come in and give you money because you black? Or you Afro-American? You're an entrepreneur? It doesn't work that way. People only support you if they feel like, hey, I'm getting the respect They're respecting my dollar. And you want to know why they go to other places. Go to a Chinese place or Korean place and see what happens. They ain't leaving your table. They there every 8-9 minutes. They won't even let you pick up a fork and, eat a fork of Chinese food or Korean food. Why? Because customer service. Customer service. Customer service is the key to business. I done open up a lot of businesses for people because I become the general manager. I become the manager. I become the person with the entertainment skills. Because why? Why would you come out when you can sit home and hear the same thing in the club? That ain't the way a DJ is supposed to entertain you. He's supposed to have a vast knowledge of music. All gyros of music, not one. All years. That's why I keep trying to tell DJs, I'm not being funny, but you can't beat me. You can sit up there and scratch all night long you want to. You can do that. I don't scratch. I refuse to learn to. But that's part of the culture. But what really is part of the culture is missing. It's the respect. The respect we don't give the people that's bringing us the money. Let me say it again for the people that's not hearing it in the back. Respects the people that's working 40 hours a week. They may not even can afford to come to the establishment. Sacrifice to come there and support you. And we don't understand. Out of every $1 the black man make, I don't care how much he's making, only from 12 to 25%. That means 12 cents to 25 cents stay in the black community, and the other 75 cents is gone to the other community. And you want to know why we around here begging and hustling. Always respect the people that's bringing you the money. Always respect, because they got to pay a fee to come in. They have to buy drinks or food. They have to buy gas just to get to your place. They got to pay a babysitter just to be able to go out. And we take all this for granted. So the average black person that want to go out, the average, right, today, the average working person has to spend anywhere from, I'll say the low end, $50 to $150 a night if they go out. And we take for granted that, hey, I don't appreciate, I'm not going to. But what we need to do is understand is customer service and the importance of getting the right audience that you want to cater to. The average working person sometimes don't have nowhere to go but home. They don't get a break because of the hours or 2 jobs they're working. And it's getting so expensive today because why? Afro-American places of entertainment is being shut down. Shut down. If you can't afford to play, believe me, the city gonna say you can't afford to stay because you got to pay taxes. And when you open up a business, you got 5 taxes to pay when you open up a restaurant. Even if you don't have a nightclub, they offer dancing. You got to pay 4 to 5 taxes. And if your food ain't priced price right, you're going to be out of business within 3 years. Within 3 years, you're going to be subject to close your doors. But you got to be able to maneuver and work together. All the things that we don't think about when it comes to going out today. Look around you. Like I keep telling people, I stopped in 2010. I said, I'm just gonna go to school, get my GED. I got my GED, and I entered Tidewater Community College in 2010. And from there, I transferred to Old Dominion. In 2017, I graduated. So when we look at things, I come back to test the waters, but one thing is missing in today's entertainment is still customer service. It's still customer service. You can find places to go, but what is the customer service like? What is the entertainment like? Now let's take a look at the entertainment. This area will bring in DJs from out of town. There's nothing wrong with that. But what happened is the DJs that are here are out of work. And then when they're out of work, the ones that are working are overworked. Take a look around. From 2010 to this is now 2024. How many places and how many DJs that you see on a regular at any given nightclub or lounge where Afro-Americans play? Our people here are the lowest paid DJs in the industry. But we'll pay other people 20 times what they're getting paid for a week or a night, for one night. And you say that's fair. That's not fair. I done worked on both sides of the bridge. As a DJ, as an owner, manager, general manager, my DJs were always the highest paid. Always the highest paid. Because I build a team that everybody should shine. Not just CAPTAIN85, not just DJ Heart Attack, not just DJ Easy G, not just DJ BT, Master Blaster, rest in peace, and all the other DJs that came to play at Picasso's from the radio stations. But as I try to explain to people about anything, when God blesses you with something, always remember to put him first. To put him first. Entertainment is entertainment. It's all about how you respect the customers and the customers respect each other. You go out to have a good time. You don't go out to start fights and arguing. And where is that a good time at? You're in the wrong part of town. Respect is the only way you can make a business work and grow. That's why you see less clubs where Afro-Americans can go. Military, all college. And what happens? All the things that's going on results into mental health issues because you're in the house, from work, back in the house, from work, back in the house. You have a few watering holes or a sports bar you can go. But everything relies on how you as a customer respect the building and the places that you go. Mental health is real. We see it in the news every day. People are dying every single day, all ages. I didn't live this long to see young kids die that should be growing up to go to college, should be growing up to take care of their mom and dad. 10 years old, 6 years old, going to prison, to the grave. Now that they're trying to cut out abortions. You cut out abortion, you don't have nobody to lock up. The people in the United States, different nationalities, are declining in numbers. I had a video. Let me see if I don't know if I still got it up here. I don't think I loaded it. I'm sorry. Where the one lady was saying, I don't want to raise my kids. I don't want to have kids in America with everything going on. I don't want to have no kids. That's the sentiment of most people. The workforce is declining because everybody wants to be entrepreneurs. So if you don't open up your own business, that means the companies don't have employees. But they know at some point, time is on their side. Where they don't need a human, they're building robots. And the robot can take care of more than one task and don't have to worry about arguing. Don't have to be disrespected. But you're an entrepreneur. You're a boss. Everybody's a boss. I can sell you anything. They done sold you being a boss. You get a business loan, you might get one small one you don't have to pay back. You get another business loan, a credit card, you're going to be paying debt for the rest of your life. Nothing is free in America. What part you don't understand? Nothing is free. It sounds good when you hear it. Sound good when you go out. If it's free, how's the people going to stay in business? Now, I can offer free at some point. I have to tailor everything to make it make sense. Run drink specials. I got to make it make sense. Everything has a price tag. And I ain't walking around with a couple $1,000s in my pocket. I barely got $20. I make it make sense. Because I'm hiring people to take care of their needs, their family needs. So I got to be able to pay them for coming to work. So if you coming in free, eating food at a discount, drinking at a discount, the taxes ain't going to be discounted because it's based upon how much products you purchase, and the city and the state allow you to tax that food at a price that they're going to now tax you on the price. So you ain't getting away. You're not getting away. So when you don't know business, you'll know if you open up one. Now your family left your house, or you paid enough equity in your house, say, I'm going to take a chance and pull out X number of dollars. Then you're subject to go into foreclosure if you can't afford to pay the mortgage now. Everything has detail, consequences. Investing is a gamble. But what we have to do is educate our young people. You deserve to go out after 40 hours a week and have fun and relax. Meet your friends or meet somebody new. Hey, as back in the old school days, as they used to say, ain't no man come knocking on your door. All you doing is sitting in the house. Ain't no woman gonna knock on your door, bro. All you do is running with your boys. At some point, you want a relationship with someone. At some point, you're looking, I'm getting older, I want to settle down. At some point, that's having babies and children. At some point, when they're in this world, they're going to want things. What are you going to do? All these things is nothing new. It's like a record. It's still playing. And it's on every street corner. Our young people are dying. The key component of why I'm speaking is because we as adults, we as the elders, we as the old folks, supposed to talk to them, preach to them, but most of all, tell them that you love them. The word love is the most powerful message you can give to any child, any human being. Yeah, he mistreated me. I loved him to death. Okay. But did you love yourself? Did you love yourself to know it's not working? Then we got to move on and separate. But if you truly love somebody, you sit down and talk. You go to a psychiatrist or somewhere and say, hey, we need help. Our marriage is not working. We need to talk because I don't want to lose the person I married. What is the divorce rate today? And next time I come on, maybe I'll get those statistics. I'm just having a general conversation. We already know by looking at Facebook. We already know by looking at Instagram. Hey, divorce rate is up. But people deserve to be happy. You ain't got but one life, baby. You ain't got but one life on this planet. When you check out, you go to where God sent you. And you don't want him to put you in purgatory and let you stay there. Because you're in between heaven and hell. So please read your book. If you don't believe, then pray and ask God to give you the wisdom. Because when you read, you're reading for knowledge. But you pray to God for wisdom so that you can understand what you just put in your consciousness. I don't have all the answers, but I know I didn't live to get 71 by not praying and having faith of a mustard seed, watering it every day, every night, praying 2 and 3 times, and sometimes 5 times a day. Because, hey, I ain't too proud to beg. I'm begging the one that got it all. Ain't but one person got it all. No, not Jay-Z, not Beyonce, not Taylor Swift, not Kanye. In the name of Jesus. That's where it all begins. At some point, ask Kanye. He knew what happened. But he's still maintaining. All these celebrities that got fame and fortune, they're going through a hard time right now. I'm not the judge or jury. Y'all call it entertainment. But when they're going to free R. Kelly? Free R. Kelly. R. Kelly did things wrong, of course. He admitted that. But you got to understand this. R. Kelly ain't came and knocked on none one of them women doors. Not now one of them young ladies' houses that he went to their house and got her. Most of the time, their parents was taking them to his house. We can be responsible, but who held accountable? The parents ain't held accountable. but they're holding accountable now. But I started that task way back in what, 2005 or 2007, when I done sit at tables and vetted people saying, hey, that's a good idea. So why aren't you holding it? Why don't you find the parents at least $50 or $100 if their kid done something? Get their attention, hit their pockets. Well, I'm a champion when I delegate, when I get in Richmond. These are people I voted for. And then when they didn't do it, I made sure that they got out of office the best of my ability. Now, I done voted for people that didn't do their job. But then I came back and voted against them and talked against them, because we all fall short of grace. And most time people get your vote. They are going to do what the people that put them in there with the money, not your vote. Oh, well, this man paid for mine. He paid for my, whatchamacallit? He paid for my campaign. Well, then if you didn't know you couldn't afford it, you didn't get it for the community. Like now, Virginia Beach, what are they doing? We're still at the 10-1. They still trying to repeal that because they don't like Black people being on city council. But I tell you this, there's one young lady, there's many. This young lady right here has been on city council and almost 6 or 7, 8 years almost. But now she's thrown her hat to run for mayor. Excuse the date for that. That's an old banner. I forgot to change it. I had one when I thought I put it in. But please forgive me for my lack of not paying attention. But what I'm saying is this. Sabrina Wooten has been working diligently for the community ever since she's been elected. I was there when she first tossed her head in for city council. I got video of it when I was at Old Dominion. She was on my show many times. And also the mayor, that's the mayor now. But somewhere along the way, people forget that, hey, they was elected for the people. They was elected by the public. Did they not just turn down bargaining with the union? Did they not just turn it down? It's too expensive. Well, they got to eat too. You're the largest city in Virginia. The largest city. All the revenue you got coming in, you can't afford to pay the utility workers, the police department, the first responders, a decent salary. But other than lip service, raising taxes on seniors, homeowners, but all the money you got coming in, are you the right stewardess to be delegating and handling the money that the taxpayers are paying out? Spending millions of dollars to reverse something that the state is already said. The court said 10-1 is the new voting system in Virginia Beach, and you still spending money. Then I spoke to the mayor in a conversation about bringing back the DARE program. I'm going to call a couple of more people on city council to find out what happened because of surgery and stuff. You know, it's hard for me to keep, at the time, it was hard for me to keep up on the writing because of, I couldn't see that well. I know I look good. I know I'm fly, but hey, I ain't fly as city council Sabrina Wooten. She's hardworking. Before she was a city council, she was a clergy for Virginia Beach. She's a minister. So when we look at things, you have to pick the people that's doing right by the community. And we got some people of color on city council ain't doing what is right. I only can quote some of the things that people say because I haven't heard them say it out of their mouth. That you are not the only one that put me in office. But my vote help get you in there. But if that's the attitude you got, let me see if my one vote can get you out of office. I can do that. Believe me, I can do just as much work as getting you out of office that I did trying to help you get in there. Now, I know I ain't the only one. So I'm going to get some more people like me that say, well, hey, my vote didn't count. Well, let me give it to the other person that's doing some work on our behalf, on behalf of their constituents. Not only that, but for the city of Virginia Beach. Oh, yeah, I'm getting strong because God don't make no mistakes. When God says time to move, you move. If God said move to the right, move to the right. Either move it to the left, move it to the left. Then move it to the middle and turn it all around. That's what it's all about. Following directions. Why do you think for those that's in the military or have not been in the military, why do you think all the soldiers march the same way? That means they are one unit. One unit. And we got to start coming together in Virginia Beach and be one unit. Get the right people that's going to do the job and not give you lip service. Call the office. They won't return a call. But I'll deal with that on the next segment. But I'm trying to let you know, it's not about me. Sabrina Wooten is the one that can get the job done. With your help, your support. She's running for mayor. I don't endorse everybody, but when I do, I stick by the endorsements. If you call somebody and they say, I'm going to give you a call, 3 weeks later, you still ain't got a call. You called to let Mayor Barbadao know about the guy that used to be on city council that's now the head of the sheriff department. He stated that he wanted to bring back the DARE program at $1.7 million. I've been looking for it. I can't see it. I can't find it in the budgets. I know can hardly see, but hey, I got to call and inquire. Inquiring minds want to know about that $1.7 million. It seems like the art place gets lots of money in Virginia Beach. I'm an artist. I've asked, hey, how come I can't get no money from there to purchase some of my books so that I can give them away in the community to the youth? Do my program to try to get them to realize that they are the gift to 757. It should be dying in the streets, but I can't get no money. I can't get nobody return a call because the letter I got, which is in writing, see, the difference is when you write something, I think sometimes some white people thinking that, hey, black people don't read. Yeah, I read what I want to read. But I kept the email that came from your office stating that only thing Mr. Vaughn wants to do is sell some books. Well, I got enough warts on my website that I ain't even sent it out yet to tell you if that's all I do. Well, I'm glad because all the money that Mr. Vaughn been spending is his own personal money, the money that should be my kids, so they could help pay for their college. But I took it and put it and invested in developing programs and things to get young people engaged, to let them know that somebody sincerely care. But I'll be talking about that on another time. I'm just asking y'all to share this information with people on your Facebook, people in your family, your next door neighbors. When you go to the watering hole at work, if you're getting coffee, y'all sitting there chatting, hey, Sabrina Wooten, CAPTAIN85 and vote for Sabrina Wooten. Don't just vote because I asked. Look at her record. Look at the things. She had to hide open. So the minorities, women and minority people of different nationalities could go there and get information about getting funded, getting contracts. Bruce Smith, who take a beating because why? He paid for the disparity study out of his own money. Out of his own money. City didn't want it. So why are we sitting around here playing when we done gain ground to lose ground with people sitting there not paying attention but just doing photo shoots like they doing something? Well, if you're doing something, how come we got the killing? How come people are homeless? How come this ain't happening? Why is it that the rent so high at Virginia Beach? Why is the city workers, police department, putting their lives on the line, fire department, have to breathe in fumes from the flame and later on be subject to get cancer or any other ailment? Who are we running for? Who are you holding the seat for? Just to look good? Just to say you made history? We need to get rid of these people. November, make a decision. You got more people running for the mayor's seat so they can divide and conquer. But Sabrina Wooten has been there long enough and got the experience. All these other wannabes just got into office. Now they're talking about they running for the mayor. Okay, mister, you got to do a little bit better than that, because I'm speaking out against everybody that's thinking that they just going to walk in because they got the people that want to use you. So you lost your seat on city council. You need to drop out the mayor's race and keep your seat. You ain't been there 2 years, and all of a sudden now you want to run for mayor. You got people ain't never run for politics before, now they want to run for mayor. You got about 5 people and at least 3 more black people in the race for the mayor's seat. You couldn't even run just a regular seat, but you want to run for mayor. What sense is you making? Stop being a pawn. Why don't you understand what you playing here? This ain't no chucker game. Politics is not for people that play checkers. It's a chess game. And we seem to be the pawns that they come to. Hey, look, I'll back your campaign if you want to run. I ain't never thought about it. You gonna do that? Man, I'm gonna get some more likes. I ain't getting too many likes on Facebook, so if you gonna finance my campaign, I'll run for mayor. Why? To impress who? All I gotta do is ask you 1 or 2 questions. How many seats have you held in the political system that you've been working in and running for? But what have you won? What have you won? But now you're going to think you got knowledge to run the largest city in the state of Virginia? Are you serious? Do you know what about a budget? Do you know what the city manager position is? Y'all need to wake up. But it's been fun. Sabrina Wooten, I'm out. I don't want to go over time. Until the next time we meet, till the next time we greet. You've been